It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
I'd like to tell you a story for my closing keynote. And it goes something like this. Many, many years ago, wise women and men, elders of a people who over a few short decades would see their former way of life disappear forever, inquired deeply into the questions of life, living, dying, relationship, and meaning. The elders would sit in a council and ask many important questions. But the crux of the current moment, the question was, how do we govern ourselves? And to answer this question, they looked to the world around them. And what they saw was creation, animals, land, the sea, the intricate web of life. They recognized that as children of nature, in order to answer the question, how do we govern ourselves, they needed to look at the living world. So they agreed that nature will teach us how to write our laws. The first principle they observed and understood is that in nature, there is a balance in ecosystems, in life, in species. For example, when there are too many male deer and not enough female deer, there's an imbalance. When there are too many male trees and not enough female trees, there's an imbalance. So they agreed that on their council of chiefs, they would have an equal amount of seat for women, an equal amount of seat for men. And then they asked themselves, well, what do the beings in nature put at the center of their care? And through every ecosystem they observed, the center of nature's care is their children, is its offspring, is the young. So the chiefs, as they made various councils among themselves to write the different laws, created a fire in the middle of their gatherings and called it the children's fire. They acknowledged it as a pledge that no action, no law, no power of any kind would act in a way that it could harm the children. So I have a request for everybody in the room. Can we take our right hand? Can we put it on our hearts? And can you imagine a world where we put the children's fire at the center of policy, of business, in our governments, in all institutions of power? Can you imagine the CEOs and the chiefs of these institutions pledge themselves to the children's fire? Now, second question. What kind of a society is it that won't place the children's fire at the very center of its institutions? I'll take answers, by the way. These are questions. Dale? Sorry? Sick. It's a sick society. It's a shame, that kind of society. And I often wonder if we live in that kind of society. We must not, cannot let our collective humanity be conditional, for all life is sacred. The point of technological advancement should also be this: all the children are ours, including the Palestinian children. As an indigenous person, I understand the concept of genocide very well. And as I stand before you in Germany, I urge you to remember that you cannot make up for one genocide by allowing another genocide to continue. If we want peace, if we want prosperity, we cannot ignore the wrongs that we are committing. Every bomb dropped hurts the planet, hurts future generations, is against the children's fire. I was told to end on an inspiring note, so I will leave you with a poem, and maybe I'll sit down for this. Okay. It's one of my favorite. It's called On Another Panel About Climate. They asked me to sell the future, but all I've got is a love poem. What if the future is soft? And revolution is so kind that there is no end to us in sight. Whole cities breathe, and bad luck is bested by a promise to the leaves. To withstand your own end is difficult. The future frolics about, promise to no one, as is her right. Rage against injustice makes the voice grow harsher yet. If the future leaves without us, the silence that will follow will be an unspeakable nothing. What if we convince her to stay? How rare and beautiful it is that we exist. What if we stun existence one more time? When I wake up, get out of bed, my 7-year-old cousin with her ruptured belly tags along. Then follows my grandmother, my other cousins, and the violent shape of their drinking water. The earth remembers everything. Our bodies are the color of the earth, and we're nobodies. Been born from so many apocalypses. What's one more? Love is still the only revenge. It grows each time the earth is set on fire. But for what it's worth, I'd do this again. Gamble on humanity 100 times over. Commit to life onto life. As the trees fall and take us with them, I'd follow love into extinction. Thank you, guys.
It's time to wake up.